जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। विक्ट्री टू यू ओ कृष्ण, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। यू आर इंडीड द रिमूवर ऑफ सफरिंग्स एंड पेन्स इन आवर लाइव्स। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, when we are engulfed in darkness and surrounded by hopelessness, when we are tossed about in the ocean of despair and no hope is in sight, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो। May you intervene then, O Krishna, and guide us safely across the wilderness of delusion to the shores of salvation. पूर्ण कर दे उनकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। He who thinks of you will have all his hopes and aspirations fulfilled. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare.
जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो।
जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो।
और कोई न केवल हारा हो। फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो।
फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
तेरे पूजन को भगवान, तेरे पूजन को भगवान, तेरे पूजन को भगवान।
Sitaram Om Shakti.
पूजन को
This is the one and the only Shakti Sundays with Justin D. Anthony. I want to say it's a pleasure and honor to have you locked on as you play all these divine songs and indeed
पूजन को
bring your teachings of the divine Devi on this very, very auspicious
तेरे पूजन को भगवान।
Sunday morning.
पूजन को
Today's Shakti Sundays, we will focus our discourse on Japa.
तेरे पूजन
This discourse is named
तेरे पूजन
Japa,
भगवान।
Do It or Get Stuck.
भगवान
We
तेरे
will speak about the power of Japa
पूजन को भगवान। तेरे
and considerations in reference
तेरे
to Japa as well. So please do me one favor in the first place.
तेरे
Please share this link across your Facebook as we speak about the power of Japa on today's Shakti Sundays. But of course, in the first place, I want to say pranam and good morning to Debbie Algu. I want to say pranam and good morning to Yash Mahabir. I want to say pranam and good morning to Sylvie Rupran.
पूजन को भगवान, तेरे पूजन को भगवान, तेरे पूजन को भगवान।
I want to say Sitaram and pranam to all those watching in Trinidad and Tobago. Guyana, Suriname, the various Caribbean islands. I want to say pranam and good morning to all those watching in the United States of America, Canada, the Mauritius, South Africa, and elsewhere. Additionally, I would like to say pranam and good morning to all the devotees of the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York. In particular, I would like to extend greetings to Pujari Kapidas Jitu and Grandma Rose. Once again, please do me one favor in the first place. Share this link with your friends and family.
तेरे पूजन को भगवान बना मन मंदिर आलीशान. For your worship, O Lord, the mind is the most magnificent of temples. किसने जानी तेरी माया, किसने भेद तुम्हारा पाया? Who could understand your mysteries? Who could ever know your riches? All the seers and thinkers keep on contemplating on you. तू ही जल में, तू ही थल में, तू ही मन में, तू ही बल में. You are in the water, you are on earth. Indeed, you are everywhere. You are in the mind, and you are all energy. Your form is unique and great, O Lord. You reduce kings to beggars, and you make beggars kings. Your game is a great one, and indeed mysterious to the mind.
तेरे पूजन को भगवान बना मन मंदिर आलीशान.
तेरे पूजन को भगवान बना मन मंदिर आलीशान. तेरे पूजन को भगवान बना मन मंदिर आलीशान.
किसने जानी तेरी माया, किसने भेद तुम्हारा पाया. किसने जानी तेरी माया, किसने भेद तुम्हारा पाया. करते ऋषि मुनि कर ध्यान,
बना मन मंदिर आलीशान. तेरे पूजन को भगवान बना मन मंदिर आलीशान. तेरे पूजन को भगवान बना मन मंदिर आलीशान.
ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो. ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की. सर से उतरेगी गडरी आपकी. ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो. ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की. गोद में माँ की आँख खुली, जग देखा बाप के कान्हे चढ़ती. गोद में माँ की कान्हे चढ़ के। सेवा बड़ी न होगी कोई इन दोनों की सेवा से बढ़ के, इन दोनों की सेवा से बढ़ के। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो, ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की। दुख सहना माँ बाप की खातिर, कर्ज तो है एहसान नहीं।
ज्योति से ज्योति जलाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। राह में आए जो दिन दुखे, राह में आए जो दिन दुखे, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। जिसका कोई संगे साथे, ईश्वर है रखवाला। जो निर्धन है, जो निर्बल है, वो है प्रभु का प्यारा। प्यार की मोती प्यार की मोती लुटाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। आशा टूटे, ममता रोते, छूट गया है किनारा। बंद करो मत द्वार दया का, दे दो कुछ तू सहारा। दीप दया का।
Once again, if you just locked on, I want to say pranam, vanakkam and blessings of the Divine Devi to you and your family. This is the one and the only Shakti Sundays with Justin D. Anthony. And I want to say it is my distinct honor to have you locked on as we play all these divine songs and bring you divine teachings on this very auspicious Sunday morning. I want to say pranam and good morning to Doris Dairam. I want to say pranam and blessings to Meena Cromwell and my Akala family. I want to say pranam and good morning to Pranita Singh. So as we begin our discourse for today, Japa is the repetition of a mantra. And every mantra has a rishi, one who gives the mantra. And every mantra has a devata, one who informs that mantra and bestows the power of that mantra. In the age of Kali Yuga, Japa is the easiest way for the realization of God. While other methods of realizing and attaining God may be complicated, may be out of reach for many devotees, Japa remains the easiest, most simple method of reaching God. It is an accessible method for any individual, young or old, to reach God, to realize God, and for God to bestow blessings materially and spiritually as well. But for japa to work, there are two essential components. First, one must have belief in the mantra that they're chanting. When you chant the mantra, when you do the japa of the mantra, you must believe that that mantra is more than a mantra. That when you say the mantra, when you japa the mantra, that you are, in essence, speaking directly to your deity. The second essential component of japa is japa must become habitual. That is, you must be consistent when you do japa to attain the benefits of japa. In the same way, when one wakes up, the first thing they do via habit is brush their teeth. They do not leave the house, they do not leave their home without brushing their teeth. It is habitual in nature. It is important in nature. It cannot be avoided. In the same way, my friends, japa must become habitual to the point at which you will not leave your home, you will not leave your residence unless you perform your japa. Every day you will perform it and not neglect it. So when you have belief in the mantra and the japa becomes habitual, that is where the power of japa can be experienced, can be realized for the devotee. And as we go along in this program, we will speak further into the benefits of japa, how to do japa, and other considerations in reference to japa. But in the meantime, I wish to say pranam and good morning to Golan Kolashar. I want to say pranam to Pranita Singh. And to anyone's name who I have happened to miss, I do humbly apologize, but I want you to know that I sincerely appreciate you tuning in and, of course, being a part of the Shakti Sundays family.
Om Shri Mahagange Mata Devi Sureshwari Saranam Saranam Taye Ama Param Paro Gangaya Mataye Gangaya Mataye Urvaye Ama Gangaya Ma Ama Tulkane Matarasi मातरसी अमा मातरसी अमा वारुम अमा अमा थारा शिवा जला जलम ममा जला जलम ममा निश्रुतं यर्हि गंगायमा अम्मा शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी अम्मा सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये उन सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी अम्मा सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये उन सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ पक्षी दलकारी परमा सिंगारी पक्षी दलकारी परमा सिंगारी ओ पक्षी दलकारी परमा सिंगारी पक्षी दलकारी परमा सिंगारी पक्षी दलकारी परमा सिंगारी उन उच्चिरयन्न सलवे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये उन उच्चिरयन्न सलवे ओ शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी अम्मा सुस्थिरयन्न सलवे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये उन सुस्थिरयन्न सलवे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये सुस्थिरयन्न सलवे अम्मा वर्षमरो वंदो गोलोगे मिल्लम वर्षमरो वंदो गोलोगे मिल्लम ओ वर्षमरो वंदो गोलोगे मिल्लम वर्षमरो वंदो गोलोगे मिल्लम वर्षमरो वंदो गोलोगे मिल्लम पार्शुगल पार पोरो दे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये पार्शुगल पार पोरो दे ओ शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी शास्त्रीय रूपी जगत करिकारी अम्मा सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये उन सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे ओ गंगायम्मा ताये उन सुस्थिरयन्न सर्वे
I want to say pranam to Narayan. And thank you so much for your encouraging words as well. I want to say pranam to Symbol Sharon.
leaders out of darkness. Oh, Prabhu Ji bless us.
I want to say pranam and good morning to Annie Morgan and family as well. So it now comes to a question. What mantra should I japa? There are so many potent mantras. Mantras for Lord Shiva, mantras for Lord Ganesh. There's the Gayatri mantra. There are so many mantras available to us. But how do we select the mantra we should japa? What mantra will be the most effective for us to japa? Well, my friends, the most effective mantra for you to japa is the mantra of your Ishta Devata. Everyone has an Ishta Devata. A Devata that is a specialist for their life, for the problems in reference to their life. And a deity who will be most effective in helping to address the issues pertaining to their life. The mantra you should japa is the mantra of your Ishta Devata. But that is not always an easy thing to figure out. For you to determine what is the appropriate mantra of your Ishta Devata to japa, there are one of two ways to determine it. Either your guru, via intuition, via their experience and etc., will know the best mantra of the Ishta Devata for you to chant. So the guru can help to tell you what is the mantra you need to chant for your Ishta Devata. The second method is that if you know your Ishta Devata, that Ishta Devata can lead you to the mantra. But you'll have to put in some work. Every morning you'll have to light a diya specifically for your Ishta Devata and ask the Ishta Devata to lead you to that mantra. You are a devotee in search of the mantra for the Ishta Devata, that you want to attain the Ishta Devata. So every morning you have to light a diya for that Ishta Devata, and through a set of events, you will find the right mantra for you. The right mantra will come to you. And you'll know it is the right one. But this method requires a little bit of work. Every morning you have to light the diya and pray to the Ishta Devata. So now we turn to another question. How should I do japa? Because japa is more than just I hold a bead in my hand, I chant and I move my fingers along the beads. It is more than that. To derive the benefits of japa, for you to develop a love of japa, for you to experience the full benefits of japa, there is more to just holding a bead, chanting and moving your fingers along the beads. You have to cultivate a love of japa. Japa should be in the same way when you're excited to attend an event, you're excited for something coming up in your life. You should have that same level of excitement, the same level of enthusiasm as it relates to doing your japa. You shouldn't think of japa as just a task I have to perform, I have to do it. Or something that you're forced to do. You have to think of japa as something that I love to do. You have to think of it as that is where I spend time with my Ishta Devata. I spend time with my God. I have a conversation with my God. You have to think of japa in the sense that it is an honor that I can do this japa. It is a privilege that I can wake up today and do this japa. Because not many people can do this japa today. Many people neglect to do the japa. They live their lives without japa. But look at me today. I have the privilege of doing japa. To communicate, to reach God. To have the chance of being blessed by God. And when you cultivate such a thinking, such a view of japa, you will enjoy japa. Japa will not be something to stress about, something to be frustrated about. Japa will be a source of happiness, will be blissful. So here is the method I want to leave with you on how to do japa. When you do your japa, the first step, of course, is you light a diya. Whether it's mustard oil, whether it is a ghee based, it doesn't really matter so much. You light a diya of some sort. You chant Om 11 times with your bead. Then you will begin chanting the mantra of your Ishta Devata. And as you chant the mantra of your Ishta Devata, you have your eyes closed and you imagine that your Ishta Devata is in front of you, looking at you with graceful, merciful eyes. And as you chant, every single chant you make with that japa, a blessing is coming to you. Every single time you do a japa, the Ishta Devata sits in front of you or stands in front of you and listens actively to you. If you are, for example, your Ishta Devata is Lord Krishna, and you are doing japa for Lord Krishna, you close your eyes and you imagine that Lord Krishna is playing the flute in front of you. He is dancing around, playing his flute. If your Ishta Devata is Muraganga, you will visualize you are by a river. Muraganga is there with her crocodile. And as you do your japa, Muraganga is bestowing blessings to you. So this is an important part of japa. You have to close your eyes and you have to visualize your Ishta Devata. You have to make that mental connection. Because why? Why is that the case? It keeps your mind focused. When one performs japa, often their mind is all over the place. They're thinking about, oh, what will I cook tonight? What will I have for breakfast? They're thinking about all these trivial things. What will my boss say today when I go into work? Their mind wanders often when they perform japa. But when you do japa, you close your eyes and you visualize that Ishta Devata. It helps to ground you, ground your mind, so it doesn't wander all over the place. And if you, let me tell you this, my friends, if you continue to do this japa and visualize your Ishta Devata as you do it, as I'm telling you today, one day, my friends, it can be so miraculous that one day when you do your japa and you go to do your arti before you're finished. After you've completed your japa, you do your arti before you go on to work and etc. And you bow. You can get the experience of the Ishta Devata coming. The Ishta Devata touching your forehead and blessing you. To have that physical experience. This can happen with japa. When you do japa properly and when you do japa habitually every single day, and you do it with belief, these are the experiences that can happen to you. But it all requires you to put in the work. I want to say pranam and good morning to Ram Sukhdeo, Indira Molai. I want to say pranam and good morning to Savitri Lokman, Wilbert Sicharan. I want to say pranam and good morning to Vanessa Matadine, Nanda Rupnarayan, Uncle Arjun, and so many others locked on as well.
Oh Lord Krishna, lead us out of darkness. Oh Prabhu Ji, bless us with happiness.
Oh Lord Krishna, lead us out of darkness. Oh Prabhuji, bless us with happiness.
Jai Krishna, Jai Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna. Oh Lord Krishna, lead us out of darkness. Oh Prabhu Ji, bless us with happiness. You are my father, you are my mother, you are my only savior.
You are my father, you are my mother, you are my only savior.
Chanting your name morning and evening, Prabhuji, you are my everything.
I want to say Sitaram and pleasant good morning to Auntie Asha Tahal and the entire Tahal family from the state of Florida.
Let me always be your devotee, Prabhuji.
Let me always be your devotee, Prabhuji.
At your lotus feet I want to be. At your lotus feet I want to be. Oh Lord Krishna, lead us out of darkness. Oh Prabhuji, bless us with happiness. Jai Krishna, Jai Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna.
So as we continue onwards with our discourse for today, speaking on the power of Japa, our discourse named Japa, Do It or Get Stuck. Japa has immense benefits to the devotee. Japa cleanses the mind. You know, when a mirror has dirt, it loses its power of reflection. But when you remove the dirt off of a mirror, it acquires the power of reflection. In the same sense, similarly, when one does japa, it removes the dirt off the mind of the individual, and the individual acquires the power of spiritual truth. They reach God, that is. When you wash clothing with detergent, it removes the clothing from its impurities. Similarly, when you do japa, it removes the impurities of the mind. Japa is a spiritual detergent. It eradicates the evil thoughts we may hold, the self-deprecating thoughts we may hold. For example, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, oh, something bad is going to happen to me. Japa is so powerful that it eradicates those negative, self-deprecating thoughts in our mind. Japa burns away our sins. Every time you perform japa, your sins are burned away. Japa strengthens the mind so you can become resilient to face difficult things in life. Japa blesses you with fearlessness, so that no matter how difficult something may appear, no matter how dangerous something may be, no matter the risks involved in doing something in particular, japa bestows fearlessness in the mind of the devotee, so the devotee can approach the difficulty and ultimately conquer that difficulty. Japa blesses us spiritually so that we may have spiritual benefits such as spiritual experiences from dreams that are spiritual in nature. Japa blesses us materially as well. It blesses us with wealth, money, job promotions. So japa encompasses all the things that we want, and indeed all the things that we need. And what sets japa apart from so many of the other practices and the other sort of ways of worship in Hinduism is that japa, to do japa, you do not require a pundit. You do not require someone qualified to help you do this japa. Every individual can perform japa. And it is so accessible that all you simply need is a diya, a bead, and of course the time to carry out the japa. If one wishes to see the true genuine image of the Ishta Devata that they pray to, they want to see the God that they pray to, the genuine image of it. If they do japa with faith and devotion, they may be blessed with that experience. And I want to tell you here today, my friends, to perform so many of the rituals in Hinduism today, increasingly it is becoming inaccessible for devotees to do these various pujas, these various jandis, and etc. The cost of doing all these things are continuously rising, while the individual's wages do not rise. And ultimately it makes doing puja, it makes doing worship of various methods inaccessible for the devotee. But japa is one method that doesn't require too much of money. You don't have to hire anyone. It doesn't require much in terms of money. If you put in your time and if you put in your belief into that japa alone can exceed the power of a jandi. I want to tell you here without apology, if you perform your japa with faith, belief, and dedication, it has the power to exceed hiring someone to do a jandi in your home. That is not to take away from it. But that is to say, in this age of Kali Yuga, where so many people are not engaged in spirituality and do not care about God, if you can be one of the few people to take up japa seriously, habitually, japa alone can fix many of the issues in your life and cover most of the problems in your life. Of course, japa alone is not the end all of sadhana. There are more aspects of sadhana, more other aspects of worship. But japa covers most of it. When you do japa consistently, it confers protection. When you do japa of your Ishta Devata, you are blessed with a shield of protection from danger bodily and from danger that comes in the form of entities such as Bhoot and Preet. I want to say pranam and good morning to Tony Dippo. I want to say pranam and good morning to Wendy Takardine and the entire Takardine family. I want to say pranam and good morning to Pearly Singh as well. That is Pearly Singh watching from Laguan. I want to say good morning and pranam to Savitri Narayan as well. My friends, do you know what japa ultimately and eventually leads to? Japa eventually leads to the direct darshan of the Ishta Devata. That means when you perform japa consistently over a period of time with awe, with dedication, and with devotion, the Ishta Devata will come and bless you one day. The Ishta Devata, when he or she blesses you, how will you know if you are blessed? How will you know that it is the Ishta Devata blessing you? There will be sure signs. One day when you perform japa, at the end of your japa, a ray of energy will be felt. This overwhelming positivity will be felt. That is a sign of direct darshan of the Ishta Devata. Or when you do your japa and at the end you still have your eyes closed, you will begin seeing lights, red lights. In addition to that positive flow of energy that is overwhelming and unexplainable in nature. That is an indication that your japa has led to the direct darshan, the direct blessing from the Ishta Devata. In the process of doing japa for your Ishta Devata, wanting to receive the direct darshan of the Ishta Devata, there may be other signs that what your level of dedication and your japa is progressing well. But how do we notice? What are some of the signs this can occur? The diya that you pray with. Sometimes the diya itself, I mean the ghee and whatever inside of it, or the oil or whatever you use inside of the diya, that will change color. And that can indicate that you're progressing very well in your japa or your sadhana. For example, let us suppose that Bhadrakalima is your Ishta Devata, or a deity which you do japa for. You pray and you do japa consistently. One day that diya that you pray with, the oil inside of it turns blue, similar to the color or identical to the color of Bhadrakalima. You have prayed with that oil, the same oil you have been using for how long? It has never occurred like that. But one day it turns blue. And there is no scientific explanation for this. That is an indication that you're progressing well in your sadhana or indeed your japa. Let us suppose your Ishta Devata is a Devata that smokes cigars or cigarettes. For example, Kalbairo. And as you're doing japa for Kalbairo, you have that potent smell of tobacco. You open your eyes and you look around. No one is smoking. You're in an enclosed space. How can someone be smoking and you're smelling tobacco? That might be Bairo who has come to give you an indication that you're progressing well in your sadhana. He's there to tell you, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm with you. So these are some of the signs that your japa, you are progressing well in your japa. And these signs will occur if you're doing it consistently, you're doing it with faith, belief, and you do it with joy. You do not conceive of japa, oh, my mother forced me to do japa, my guru forced me to do japa, this person is forcing me to do japa. You cannot force anyone to do japa. There is no benefit. It is a waste of time for you to force someone to do japa. There is no benefit to it. Japa is something that you have to cultivate on your own love for it. You have to cultivate the need for it. So this ultimately brings me to a little story. There was once a great guru. He had many disciples. This guru resided by the banks of a river. And he had many disciples. Every day his disciples will come and visit him and take teachings from him. But you see, all these disciples that followed the guru, they always thought that the guru was holding back the secret mantra from them. They believed the guru had a secret mantra, but the guru was holding back the mantra from them. So all these disciples, they kept coming to the guru, taking teachings from the guru. But in their mind, they thought less of the guru. They thought that the guru was holding back the secret mantra. So every day they went and visited the guru. They tried to push the guru to give them this secret mantra that they thought existed. And this tells us something more, my friends. These disciples are not visiting the guru out of love, out of appreciation, out of belief in the guru. These disciples are simply visiting the guru to gain the secret mantra, and that's all. They are seeking the guru to benefit from him purely, and that's it. That reminds us of this world today. So many people will come and visit you. So many people will come and be in your company, give you good words, give you words of encouragement, speak to you with sweet words, words that can infatuate. they just simply are in your company to use you. They think differently of you, but they just simply want to use you to derive the benefit. And after they derive the benefit, they'll throw you to the side and tell you goodbye. These disciples want the secret mantra of the Guru. And they're gonna work to achieve it. But one day something happens to this great Guru. And something happens that would teach all of his disciples a lesson about belief and faith. The Guru had the intuition that his life would be leaving very, very soon. His life would go. So he summoned all his disciples, near and far, to come and reach him, because he only had a few more days until he would depart from this world. So all the disciples that lived close by, they came and they were with the Guru in his final days. But there was one disciple who lived far away, and he had to cross the river in order to pass. In order to get to the Guru, he had to pass the river. But on the day he had to pass the river, there was high flooding. The waters were so turbulent. He couldn't get a boat to pass over this river. There was no method in which he could cross over this river to get to the Guru. The Guru is on his final days of life, and he needs to reach the Guru. The only way to reach the Guru is to pass the river. So how will this disciple pass the river? He doesn't have access to a boat. He can't swim over the river. The waters are too turbulent. He doesn't have the competency to swim. He can't take a car and find another route to reach the Guru. This is the only route he must take. He has to find a method to cross that river. So this disciple, he remembers that his Guru had once taught him an all-powerful mantra. The mantra with the power to do anything, to bestow the individual anything. So the disciple, he chants the mantra with faith, belief. He closes his eyes, he chants the mantra, and he walks over the river. He's chanting the mantra with his eyes closed, with faith and belief in the mantra, that the mantra will help him to cross the river, and he walks on water. He walks across the river and he reaches the Guru. When he reaches the Guru, all the other disciples, all the other students are in shock. How did this one humble, ordinary disciple walk across water? is it the case that the Guru gave him the secret mantra and didn't give them? So now the other disciples, they are demanding from the Guru, you have to give me the secret mantra. This humble disciple who had to cross the river, you gave it to him and you didn't want to give it to us. You deceived us. Some of the disciples tell the Guru, you have deceived us. We have been your students for so long and you couldn't give us a secret mantra, but you give this ordinary devotee from afar the mantra. What kind of Guru are you? What kind of person are you? The students insult the Guru. But the Guru doesn't respond in an aggressive manner. The Guru turns to those students who doubt him, and the Guru says, I will bring my humble disciple and have him tell you what I taught him. So this humble devotee comes before all of the students and the Guru, and he tells all of them, long time ago, my Guru taught me 2 words. He taught me kuru kuru. He taught me 2 words, kuru kuru. And he told me that if you chant this mantra, you can do anything. This mantra has the power to do anything. And I believed in the words of my Guru. I believed that that mantra could do anything. So when I was presented with the situation of having to cross that river, I chanted the words of my Guru with awe, devotion, and faith. To me, that mantra was the secret of life. And I crossed the river like nothing. All the students are shocked that a simple few words, kuru kuru, was the secret mantra. But it wasn't just this mantra. It was the fact that this humble disciple had faith, belief. And he believed this mantra could do anything. So what is the lesson of this story, my friends? The lesson of this story is, if you have faith in your japa, you believe that your japa is the secret to all the answers of life, to fix all the problems in life. You never doubt that mantra. You never doubt your japa. When you perform your japa, everything and anything in life will be fixed. It teaches us that anytime we do japa, we have to believe that the japa will fix everything. The japa is a secret. The japa that we are performing is more better than anything else. The japa is the best method. We have to believe, we have to have that faith. And one day, the japa we perform will lead us to a miracle in life. So many devotees today, they try this mantra, they try that mantra, they try this one. No mantra will work for you if you don't have unwavering belief in it. You can try 1,000,000 mantras and they won't work. You can try one with faith and belief and it will surely work to your benefit. So as I'm about to conclude this program for today, I want to leave you with the lesson that there is no issue in your life, there is no circumstance in your life where japa cannot help you. When you perform japa with the faith and belief, when you believe that when you do japa, you're talking directly to God. When you perform japa and you don't look back, you don't doubt yourself, you don't care. The japa will lead to miraculous experiences of life. That japa will cause you to go anywhere you want in life. That is the power of faith and belief in the japa. So as I conclude this program for today, my friends, everybody wants a solution to their problems. Everyone wants a remedy for their problems. They go to temple, they go to this pundit, this pujari and everything. But there is a solution that is accessible to you, my friends. And that is the power of japa. Japa can fix every single thing in your life. Japa is one of the greatest forms of Hindu spirituality. Not even a man can perform a puja for you that can have the potency and the power of you performing the japa. When you perform the japa, you perform the method for yourself. You will see the greatest of benefits. So as I conclude this program for today, I close by saying, you hold the solution to all the problems in your life. You hold the capacity to overcome the solution, overcome the problems in your life. And it all lies in holding that bead and chanting it. Chant it like your life depends on it. Chant it as though every single thing in life depends upon it. When you take your japa with that seriousness, when you take that japa with dedication, you will see in your life a dramatic, evidence-based change. You can surprise those who doubt you. You can surprise those who think low of you. Japa, when you perform it, is more powerful. Let me say this without apology. Japa is more powerful than anyone who performs a puja for you. You can be a pujari, you can be a pandit, you can be a swami. When you perform japa with faith, belief, it exceeds the power of anyone doing a puja for you. So as I conclude, my friends, you have the power to change your life. You have the power to remedy your life, but you have to perform the japa. Japa is the all solution for life. Until we meet again, my friends, Sitaramam Shakti. Until we meet again, my friends, have a blessed week ahead.
हे हनुमान मैं तुम्हारी पूजा करूंगा। हे हनुमान मैं राम के करीब रहूंगा। हरे राम हरे राम हरे रामा, हरे राम हरे राम हरे रामा, हरे राम हरे राम हरे रामा, हरे राम हरे राम हरे रामा। हे हनुमान